I don't know where to begin. I quite possibly have seen the worst movie ever. I've seen a lot of bad movies over the years. I'm not the oldest person in the world, but I'm also not the youngest. I've seen a lot of bad films. In fact, I almost enjoy seeking out bad movies because it amazes me how bad they're made. But this was hard. This was one of the hardest bad movies that I've ever had to sit through for so many reasons. I'm talking about Battlefield Earth. This was a 2000 film directed by Roger Christian. Holy fuck! I don't know. I tried to look up why this movie was made, what the purpose and point of this movie was. Some people think that it's connected to Scientology, and it's supposed to try to convert people and whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised. However, they have failed their religion hard if they thought that people would want to join based off of this steaming, stinking pile of dog shit. Where do I begin? Well, it's set in the year 3000, where men are an endangered species. So you see this alien army led by John Travolta. He's in this alien-like garb. In fact, he looks like the Predator, but like his John Travolta face. In fact, the Predator's face would have been better to look at, honestly, than whatever the hell was going on there. But he has the dreadlocks. He has these gadgets and weapons that I guess are supposed to be cool and badass to them. But you see that they're going around, they're rounding up humans, men, and they're torturing them, taking them as prisoner, and just basically trying to dominate as much as they can. And you see the men characters try to fight and survive and blah 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 blah. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? I was so bored. I was bored to tears watching this movie. When it first starts out and you see the scope and the effects and the CGI, you think to yourself, my god, they actually put a big budget into this? Like, they tried? It seemed like they were trying to create a new Star Wars or something? I don't know. But then, less than halfway through, you start to see that, no, these effects are shit. They're terrible. This looks horrible. Even the practical effects and the costumes and the makeup all look like shit. And I'm not going to point out and name each and every person that's behind the costume design and the makeup department. I'm not going to go that far because maybe you were limited. Or maybe they read the script and said, this is going to be shit. Why are we going to try so goddamn hard on some hot garbage like this? John Travolta, I don't get it. I don't. Here's a guy who became popular in the 70s and 80s, right, from Saturday Night Fever and Staying Alive, although I didn't see that movie. I heard that was a piece of shit. And then his career was sort of a joke after that, and then Pulp Fiction brought him back, right, and said, wow, he's a good actor, he can be serious. And he did some weird things here and there, but he did Face Off and other movies that are fun-ish. I don't know what he was thinking here. I don't know if he thought this would be like a cult type movie. I don't know if he thought this would be some just revelation of sci-fi cinema and that it would be some new franchise. I really don't get it. He clearly was the focal point behind this. He clearly was backing this 110%. And his acting isn't even that good in this movie. It's not. You see him, and he's supposed to be playing this menacing leader, and it's just the John Travolta voice that you've come to expect and know. You've heard it 1,000 times, and I just don't get it. He wasn't intimidating. He didn't sound like he was a scary dude or a big threat, the threat that they want us to think. It felt like he should easily be defeated. Let's talk about the other actors before I trash this for too long. Barry Pepper plays Johnny Goodboy. He's one of the men who are trying to survive this. The actor's fine. I mean, I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. It's not like he's terrible here. It's just, man, I did not care whether you or your other group of men lived or died or survived. who gives a shit, who gives a fuck. That's going to be the theme of this review. Forrest Whitaker, a guy who was nominated, he won an Oscar. I mean, I don't get it. How do you read the script and think, man, this is a great idea. This is fucking amazing. This is revolutionary. This is next level shit. It's such good shit. No, it's not. This is the bottom of the barrel. I guess I expected more out of an actor like that. Kelly Preston, she's John Travolta's wife, so I can't be all that mad at her. I'm sure she was just being supportive. In fact, that's an amazing woman. That she would be in a horrible, shitty-ass film like this just to make her husband happy. Wow. Kudos to you, woman. You mean well. Kim Coates plays Carla. I really mentioned her because it was sad. It was sad to see someone like that. Just every one of these actors, it was sad to see them in the makeup. And it's just... It's so bad. It's so bad. If you guys haven't seen this movie, if you haven't heard of it, if you've never seen a picture of it, please just Google it. I don't even know if I'm prepared to say it needs to be seen to believe, because it doesn't. And I don't even know if it's all that interesting enough to see the trailer for it. It's easily in the top 10 or top 5, maybe even top 2 worst movies I've ever seen. I'm already trying to forget about it, but it's right now. It's ingrained. The images are just in my head. Ugh, man, this was rough. This was brutal. Let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Battlefield Earth. Is it as bad as I think it is? Do you think it sucks, or is it somehow, some way possible that you enjoyed it? If you do, let's talk. I promise I'll be nice. I just need to know why. Please. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.